And can I get just background? Can I get your first name, last name, spell it?
Karen Sorber, KarenSorber.
And?
Gordon Davidson, GordonDavidson.
And what is the name of your company?
Micronic Technology.
And what is Micronic Technologies?
Micronic Technology is a startup company that has a patented water treatment device that desalinates and purifies water from any source cheaper and more efficiently and effectively than the competition. Instead of using membranes and filters and chemicals to treat undrinkable water, we use a tornado that creates a waste brine on the outside of the tornado as the evaporated water turns into vapor and gets reconstituted into potable water.
Okay.
It's a disruptive technology that's going to change the way the water market operates and works. We have a number of industrial partners now that we're doing pilots with that have been astonished with the results of what we've been able to achieve through this tornado-based technology.
Now, so where are you right now?
Financially,
Here.
Oh. We are at the Angel Venture Forum. We were one of 20-some companies that were able to present our technology today to angels, angel groups, and private investors who are interested in new technologies. And we presented this afternoon, and we've had a lot of people at our exhibit all afternoon as well.
How do new technologies in the water space get developed, and how do they, what does it take on the financial end to actually take those to the point where people are really using these water technologies?
Well, the key for water technologies is the engineering and the scaling, assuming that the economics work and that the technology itself is effective. The key is to be able to scale the technology. One of the benefits that we have is that our technology is elegant. It's complex in its physics and its thermodynamics, but it's going to be very straightforward to manufacture because it's a mechanical device. Therefore, the scaling up will be very straightforward, which gives us a great advantage in the marketplace.
So where do water technology folks, a lot of water technologies are developed by universities or labs or institutes. How do they actually go to market, and what is a group like this one, how do angels get involved with that?
Well, on the university side, if they invent something, they're going to, they'll, in order to commercialize it, they've got their patents, and they'll do similar what we would do. We'd license the technology, they may license the technology. As far as the angels are concerned here, they would be investing, in our case, $500 to $1.5 million or thereabouts, to get us to an engineering development model that can be produced, mass-produced, and sold to commercial industry.
What does it take to take a technology like yours and be able to repackage it so that someone who's putting in money but doesn't necessarily have a technical background is going to be interested?
I think the key there is going to be third-party validation of the technology. So they're not just hearing it from the business people and the inventor, but they're hearing it from viable and credible third parties that can say, yes, this technology works. Here's why it works, here's how it works, and here's some of the data that validates that. The third-party aspect of it is very important for investors that don't necessarily have the technical background or are not involved in the technology itself.
Who are some of the third parties that you all worked with?
Well, the early stage third parties are really laboratories, certified EPA or state, Virginia or Maryland certified laboratories that have a protocol by which we comply with in order to test the water in advance, process it through our device, and then test it afterwards. And then that's third-party validation, the lab results. The other part of third-party is getting the pilots that we have, established 6 of them right now, companies that are willing to lab pilot with us their issues with water. Could be mining, water utilities, a major energy company that uses a lot of water and needs to reuse it. They'll send us their bad water, we'll process it, send it back. They'll have the pre and post results. That validation is what we're looking for, with a letter saying, hey, this is the greatest technology in sliced bread. We are going to buy this when it scales to our satisfactory level.
Now, you all just were at another investor forum and did quite well, but that was more focused on similar technologies. What was that, and what did you do?
We competed nationally over the course of the last 6-8 months on the Clean Tech Open. It's a national accelerator program for clean technologies. We won the regional #1 in the region for the Mid-Atlantic region, and then went to California as a finalist for the national competition. We were 1 of 20, 25, something like that. We exhibited, we presented to 600 people. We competed for the big award of the $250,000. We did not win that, but we won in many, many ways. We've had huge traction. We've had a lot of investors interested, some international. We've gotten several pilots since then.
It created a lot of credibility in the clean tech space, and coming first in the Mid-Atlantic region was a coming out party for us in a sense. It gave us visibility that we didn't otherwise have, and that was just something to build off of when we went to California for the national finals. It just created a lot more traction. It was a great opportunity.
Now, this group here, this is all sorts of angels. This is any sort of former government employees, people who've had their own businesses who are now becoming angels. And you guys are the only water company this year. And I think there was only one water company last year. Are you not seeing the clean tech type companies and the water industry companies coming to these sorts of things, and why did you come to here?
Well, I will tell you that in the local area, Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, it's primarily cyber, IT, that kind of technology. I mean, manufacturing is not a big thing in this area, and that's what this is going to be. This just happened to be, opportunistic that we happen to be in the Northern Virginia area. So it's kind of cool, frankly, that there's not that many people in the water space here, because we get a little bit more play that way, and that's okay with us.
There's several different areas in the country that we also need to, in our fundraising efforts, make sure that we're in contact with. That's New York. Boston is becoming a cluster for water, and then the clean tech folks out in Silicon Valley. So we've had to educate a lot of the potential investors out here with regard to water and the water space. And that's starting to pay off now. People are coming back and saying, now, you know what, I sort of get it, and you guys are special. So it's a matter of a little bit more of a process, because this is not their normal bailiwick. But the amount of interest we're getting is pretty amazing.
So of the area water entities, DC Water, WSSC, Fairfax Water, who's been interested, and how are they getting involved?
Well, we have a relationship with Fairfax Water where they're doing some testing for us of turbidity, because that's an issue for them. It comes out of the Potomac River, and that has highly turbid water. We know we can do turbidity. So we're working with them on testing. They've been very gracious to us. We also have another utility in Delaware that we're working with, Tidewater Utilities, who is going to do a full-scale set of testing of the water pre and post. They'll get certified testers, samplers to go into the well.
Excellent. Well, any final thoughts for any water technology companies that are thinking about how to reach out to angels and just, this whole process, not just the showcase, but the whole process of learning how to connect entrepreneurs with angels at groups like, because this was not just a one-day event, right? What did you have to do to get to this point?
Well, you had to apply, and then you got coached, and then you got arranged with potential angels in advance, and you got a chance to talk to them in advance, and then of course you talk to them here, and there'll be follow-up afterwards. I guess the one thing I would say to folks, if they have a new technology, whether it's water technology or any other kind of technology, is get yourself involved in an incubator ecosystem that's most appropriate for you. Because we became shepherded by the Northern Virginia Technology Council through the fast track Kauffman Foundation Fast Track program we participated with, which was a springboard to get us into the Clean Tech Open. And now we have these unbelievable ecosystems that we're networked into. And we've learned a huge amount. The one thing I learned as CEO, majority owner of the company, but with a long-time career in federal government and industry consulting, is that I needed a startup executive to come be my business partner. And that's why Gordon Davidson joining us the 1st of January officially as our CEO and president, and I'll be executive chair.
Happy to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.